In this video, we're going to be making the automatic farm inside of Islands. If you guys do enjoy this video and if you want to see more like this, make sure you subscribe, make sure you turn that subscribe button to grey, and also hit that like button if you want to see more like this. And let's get right into it. I'd like to give a huge shout out to DV, as this is his setup on how to do this. So for a second opinion on this, there will be a link to his video of his onion farm inside of the description. So let's get right into this. So all you need is a pickaxe, a plow, grass, onion seeds, or your chosen seeds that you want to grow, the chosen totem, so in this case I'm using onion totems and onion seeds, and a stone brick if you guys want to. You don't have to have that one, but I will be making it a bit more efficient in that way. So this is the basic setup on how it works. If I hold the plow, you can see the blocks on the screen. So this is where the totem will be sitting. So if we put an onion totem right here, this will show you a little bit of the detail. So obviously you see on one side there's one length with the onion totem, then on the other side there's a 2-block gap. So this is really good because only 6 can get in a time, so this is more than enough area for the whole onion totem to be finished in roughly about, let's say, 3 odd minutes. However, if you make the path long enough all the way down there, by the time you get back to the start, all the onions will be back in here so you can collect them again. Okay, so that is the basic concept of this. However, I will be taking it a step further and showing you an easy way to extend the time frame. Let's say if you have the smallest farm ever and it takes you seconds to get all the way back to the start, if you run and manually do it, I'll be showing you a way to extend this time almost 6 times slower than you would be if you were running. So make sure you watch till the end to find that one out. So what you'll need to make one gap space in between. So I'm going to be using stone blocks for the start of this, just so you can get the idea, and then I'm just going to go solid dirt like this. Okay, so you want to simply make a line of 4, so 1 2 3 4, and you kind of want to go out as far as you want. Okay, so this will be very time consuming. I'm going to be using 2 layers of this. So before I do that, what I want to do, I want to build up a little bit just so I can make sure that I can make level 2 will make a lot more sense after we get this first level done. Looking at this space, we will be able to use this area efficiently, so that is really good. And there's enough space here so we can climb on top, etc. So that is really good how we have enough room here. So let's get on into this bottom floor. So what we want to simply do is just extend this out as far as you want. You will need a start flag, so you could buy these for around, let's say, 20k each on people's islands, and you just want to roughly put that, let's say, about here. So we will be expanding this up as high as you want. However, for now we're just going to put it there just so we have a respawn if we do misjudge our block placement and we fall off the edge. All we'll do is be teleported all the way back to that area. So that is one thing to note if you guys are doing this, just so you don't have to run all the way back to do your stuff. 1 2 3 4, and then you can just go back like this. Make sure you go out 4 wide. As long as it's 4 wide, it's good. And then what we're going to do after this is put another layer on top to make it even more efficient. So I do recommend having as many onion totems as you want. You can use tomato, carrots, absolutely anything you want, but I do recommend using either star fruit or onions, as those are obviously the most, you'll get the most money out of it. So what we want to do, we just want to keep doing this all the way down like so. And once you're convinced you have enough and a long enough path to go down, you can simply start placing the totems. Again, all credit of this setup goes to DV, as he's the one who actually posted it on his channel. So make sure you check out the link down in the description after you watch this one if you guys want to have like a second opinion on this setup. Okay, so now we've got that sorted. Okay, I'm just going to remove this side bit, as this may confuse you, as we're still doing the first floor. So what you want to do, you want to simply place a totem every 2 blocks. So 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. So for example, we can plow the middle bit. Okay, so that is the kind of gap we're looking for in between them all. If you wanted to make it a bit more efficient, you can go down with the plow first, just to mark out exactly where you want to place your totems. This is also good if you want to count how many totems you'll need for the particular length that you've done. Again, you can make it as short or how long of a setup you want. However, the longer the setup, the better it tends to be in the long run. So as soon as you go along the track all the way over to, let's say, the max limit, when you respawn back, they tend to be often respawned by the time you get back. So do bear that in mind once you do this. So look, now what we can do, we can go along here and place our totems like this, all the way down like this. So you want to be careful if you don't place it on the correct area. It doesn't really matter, but it just takes a little bit more time if you want to remove them. Once you got all your totems placed like so, correct space path. So look, as you can see, this one's on the area where I plowed, so this is bad, so I had to remove that one. So if I keep going along here, you can see it's spaced out on each block. So now what you can do, you can plow the rest of the area. So once you get the hang of this, you could probably do this all in one go without doing like these distinctive steps to be able to actually do this. But what you want to do, you want to clear out this whole area. So if you do miss one on the line while you click, you could just go back for that one at the end, as you'll be clearing out the rest of them around and once you're done. So we're just going to keep doing this all the way down like so, all the way, and then we can collect these parts right here. So we want to do the same on the other side, and we just want to head straight down. Okay, so now you've actually done that, you've cleared out the whole area with the plow. Now what you want to do, you want to switch over to your onion seeds or whatever chosen prop seed you have, and you want to firstly place it on this gap. It's up to you how you want to do it. There's probably a more efficient way where you could just hold it down, do all of this if you want to. It's entirely up to you how you want to do it. However, you may want to make sure that you plant every single seed. So let me just quickly go along this whole entire way and plant every single seed. If you have got up to this point in the video, and if you are enjoying it so far, make sure you do hit that subscribe button, leave a like down below, it is most appreciated. Let me know in the comments if the subscribe button turns grey. Alright, so let's place all of these. So we reach the end, and then we want to head all the way back like this, and we want to do the sides as well, like so, and let's go back like this, and just continuously do this all the way down. We want to make sure that we don't miss a spot, so we're just going to take it a little slow. So as you can see, I missed a spot there, so you just want to make sure that you plant every single one of them like this, and let's head back again. Okay, like this all the way down, and I'll be back once I reach the end. You're probably thinking that this is a lot of seeds. Well, yeah, you're right, it is very expensive if you want to get all the totems and the level and all the onion seeds. People are selling their onion seeds and stuff very cheap, so you can buy them for really cheap if they're getting rid of them, as a lot of people have gone over to trading now instead of using their seeds and stuff like that. But it's always useful to do this. Obviously you want to make this farm as longer than this, as the longer the farm, the more effective it is. If you have a farm at this distance, it's not really going to work too well, as in efficiently. Let's say if you want to AFK it, maybe it'll definitely work if you like come back every like 5 minutes to just you know, collect all the seeds. But if you want to AFK it, by the time you get back here, you'll just be clicking on empty you know, boxes, so it wouldn't really work too well. But apart from that, let's carry on with the setup. So now we're going to start off with level 2 while everything is growing. So level 2, it will basically be a second one. So when you walk over it, you'll be able to hit 2 of them instead of just the 1. But there is a little thing I'm going to show you at the end of the video that will basically everything a lot more slower going, so it gives it time for the onions to fully to the totems before you do it. So the onions that you collect from it is completely clean, you don't have to wash it or anything like that, so that is one of the good things. So what you want to do, you simply want to build a layer around here, 4 wide again, leave a gap of the onion totems in the middle, and I'll be back once we do that. Okay, make sure you do have a lot of dirt, because I did run out really quick. So the more dirt you have, the better. So let me just grab 200 of this, and that should do it for this particular method. I am not going to build a huge setup in this video, as obviously I've got like 121 more totems. However, I won't be using all of that in the video, as obviously I want to keep it as short as possible so you guys get the idea on how it works. All you have to do is just multiply this by like 10 to 15 more, and it will be amazing setup. So what you want to do now, you want to place an onion totem in the middle like this. You want to do this all the way down until you reach the end from the other point. Let's just tap and let's place all of this in the middle like this, and we should be near to the end roughly about now. Okay, so we've got all of that sorted, everything's placed. As you can see, onion totems are all lined up here. So this is the top layer, okay? So I am going to go up one by one layer right here, but I'm going to leave a block there for now. And what we're going to do, we are going to use the plow again and just plow out this area around the sides, and you just want to plow everything on this top layer apart from this block. So you just want to simply go along here and head all the way down. Try not missing any on the way. It doesn't really matter if you do, you can always come back to it. However, you want to clear up all this way. So I do recommend doing these setups in smaller bunches and not do it all at once. You do the whole setup all at once, it will take you a very long time, and you may not enjoy the setup as much, as obviously it will take you longer to actually fully complete it than actually having a working setup, and you can always expand it as you go. So let's clear up this side, okay, and then we want to do the other one, and that should be done for pretty much this setup. However, I need to show you how to delay this, so for those who don't have as much money in the game, you'll be able to use this setup hopefully as efficient as possible without obviously hitting the empty totems. Obviously this isn't 100% for shorter methods. However, if you do have if you use 200 worth of blocks of totems, then obviously your setup will be improved, and this will go on for a couple minutes maybe, if that. And if you stack it to like 400 totems, this is going to be a really effective setup. So now all of the areas cleared out, what we want to do, we just want to place our seeds like so. So repeating the process on the bottom again, but we're doing it on the top floor. So as you can see, everything's growing on this floor here. Let's say if we click this totem, as you can see, we are getting totems in our inventory that are fully clean. So that shows you that setup is working, and that is only just one, and we've got 4 already, and we haven't even really done anything with it currently. We are still building it, so you can still build it and still make profit off of it. But trust me, I got around 3.7 mil from this setup, so it's definitely a really good setup. So what I want to do, I want to place all of these seeds, and we want to head back like this all the way to a point where we can't place anymore. So hopefully all of those seeds are placed, and we want to do it again on the other side. So let's head over to the other side and let's place all these seeds like this. Make sure that they are placing. You can go as fast as you want. You might have to run back to just double check to make sure everything's planted. However, in this case, I am not going to shift sprint, otherwise I might miss one. So to just double check and make sure that I don't, I am just going to be placing them along the surface very slowly. So now what you want to do, you want to get conveyors, okay? You don't have to do this, you can run like this, okay? So you can run doing this all the way down and set up some sort of keybind, or just spam F, or however you want to do it. We'll get to that in a bit. But as you can see, it works well, you're getting onions. But to make this more efficient, what you want to do, you want to place a conveyor on the top above this block. Now what you can do, you can delete this block and turn this to grass and plant a seed. Now what you want to do, you want to get your conveyors, make sure they are turned the correct way. Let me just double check. Okay, perfect. And you just want to run straight down here. I'll let you know why I'm doing this in just a moment. Okay, so once you've actually finished doing this, you just want to head all the way back. So once you've head all the way back to your system down here that you've made, obviously make the setup as long as possible, otherwise it will make it more effective. However, you could, if it's on the surface, you can add trees on the side. So you can put like a tree farm like this. You could put that on the side where the grass pit is here. Just put like a grass platform on the side if you want to. What you can do now though, you can actually remove this flag. Okay, so now we don't really need to use that flag for this part of the build. All you have to do is get your flag. Once you get your flag, you want to place it above this conveyor. So when you jump off of the map, you spawn back on the conveyor in the same spot. So for example, if we are hovered over here, and if we jump off, as you can see, it's back on the totem. So you can set up a auto clicker like tiny task to trigger a continuous F, basically spam an F until you pick up absolutely everything. But do bear in mind, the shorter the setup, the less efficient it will be. The longer the setup, the better it will be. So this is only a tiny setup, so this isn't really going to get you much at a fast rate. You want to make this as long as possible to make it as most efficient as possible. But for example, what you want to do, say if you wanted to use this, okay, so imagine if this is on the surface of the ground, for example, okay, we've got our stairs up to the farm here, and we want to actually do this. We want to use this. So what you want to do, you want to hit this flag, you want to spam F on all of these, okay, and you will pick them up, okay. As you can see, they're going to start picking them up, and because you're spamming that quick, that menu bar goes very, very quick. However, you can see that I'm actually picking them all up. However, because we just farmed it, we won't be getting much. However, the longer the farm is, you'll be getting thousands very, very quickly. And also, if you do this for a straight 24 hours, you'll be making millions so fast. I was surprised how I made like 300k in about 5 to 7 runs, because I used to get about 1,000 a run. So it was an incredible farm, and obviously I've rebuilt it on my new base, and I definitely need to expand it out just so it's a lot more efficient and I can actually AFK this to get more money inside of the game. So that is basically the setup on how it works. So thank you ever so much for watching this video. If you guys want to see more like this, make sure you do smack a like, subscribe, and let me know down in the comments if you guys want to see more like this and enjoy the video. Thanks ever so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.